I wanted to apologize to some people on YouTube because clearly uh, things I have said were offensive, um, regardless of whether or not they're true, you know, because facts just don't matter in a situation like this. Facts, uh, facts don't matter. What matters is feeling, the feeling of the collective, the mob mentality. That's what matters. And if a large group of enough people say that the Earth is flat, well then by God it's flat, and we're gonna act like it's flat. And if anybody says it's round, well, we're just gonna fucking string them up. Because that's what we do to people who disagree. Especially here on YouTube. Now, let's talk about ethics. Clearly, ethics is about the feeling of the mob. The feelings of the mob. If you hurt the feelings of the mob, you're unethical. And let's look at these ethical paragons that we have on YouTube. Let's look at these ethical paragons of virtue. Paragons of which, if Plato or Socrates, could be, time jumped to today and meet these people, they would just, they'd be like, this is it. This is the whole package of virtue and ethics and happiness. And these people here on YouTube have it figured out. They have it all figured out, and they're not. Most of them aren't even fucking 25 or 30 or however the fuck old. You know what I mean? They lived in comfortable suburban lifestyles with their parents making a lot of money, and they just fucking know where it's at. And people like Must Destroy All. It is so ethical to hide behind a mask and change your voice. The level of virtue that entails to hide behind a mask and a voice analyzer. Wow. There's so much virtue in that. There's so much ethics in that. And if you judge someone based on their actions, and it happens to be a girl or an ethnic minority. But that brings up a small question. If a Mexican is in Mexico, are they a minority? No. We don't want to think about that. We got to remember, philosophy and ethics are about feeling, not thinking. Thinking is the last thing we want to do. We want to focus on feelings, because feelings are all we have. Well, wait. What about your feelings, Nick? What about when people hurt you? Well, see, that's that you're thinking again. You're thinking again because, when the mob makes one person when the mob, which is always virtuous all the time in every situation, attacks an individual, it means that individual is bad. That individual is evil. So when that individual says the earth is round and the mob says the earth is flat, by God, that means that individual is a horrible, horrible human being. But what if the mob changes its mind? Oh, yes. I forgot about that little aspect of it. The mob changing its mind, as long as it changes its mind according to a feeling. Feelings, all we have are feelings. Yes, when the mob changes its mind according to so when the mob says, we now decide that the earth is not flat, we now decide that the earth is rectangular. Yes, that's it. The earth is now rectangular. And if it's the mob saying it based on a change of feeling, then it's still ethical, because facts don't fucking matter. Only feelings and politically correct ideology. That's why when somebody does something that may seem unethical, we don't call them out. Especially, can we call this person out? Are they male? No. Okay, we can't call them out. Are they white? No, they're not white, so we can't call them out. See, being a woman and being a minority protects you from any scrutiny at all. This is why there are no women in prison. This is why there are no bad women or bad Mexicans or, none of these groups have any bad individuals whatsoever, ever. Because, again, it's not about the individual, it's about the collective. We can't judge an individual by their behaviors or their words. No, we judge them by the collective that they're a part of. Unless you're a white male. If you're a white male, you can say and do whatever. Which, brings me to what, the thing of it is, right, Must Destroy All is obviously not a white male because, he's a green monster. And green monsters are definitely a minority. I don't think I've seen green monsters anywhere except on YouTube or television. But usually it's because the green monster is getting its fucking head bashed in. But, I just don't even know where I'm going with this. It just, the level of absurdity is just so fucking retarded. But remember, folks, I'm using your logic. That's right, I'm using your logic. I'm using your thinking. I'm using your methodology here. So, yeah. Must Destroy All is a minority. He's a green monster. Does that mean you hate all green monsters? I don't know. I really just don't know. Because we don't have to make sense on here on YouTube, do we? No, we don't have to make any sense whatsoever. It's only in the real world that we have to make any sense. And that's why so many of you who are on YouTube, such as Must Destroy All, Chicken Diddle Sauce, every goddamn motherfucking one of you on the Troll Posse, or, every fucking one of you people. Tom Davis, Christian Fairy Tale, Sherry226. I can go on and on. What more can you fucktards do to me? I mean, really, what more can you do to me? Because, you know what, I'd be really kind of interested to find out. I mean, seriously. You've already shown me that you'll stoop to vandalizing my motorhome. You've shown that you'll stoop to calling the cops on me for no fucking apparent reason. You've shown that you'll stoop to calling organizations I belong to get me banned. You've shown that you'll call potential employers so that I'm not getting hired. But, you're not responsible for your actions in any way, shape, or form, right? You're not responsible. You have all the power, but you don't have any responsibility. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to be responsible for every fucking thing, and yet I have no power. I guess that's the ethics of the mob. Huh? Oh, what's that? What's that? The earth is no longer rectangular? Well, what shape is it then? Oh, now the earth is in the shape of a pretzel. Okay, well then, you go ahead and, believe that. In the meantime, I'll be living out here in the real world. Have a day.